But hello everybody. Welcome to today's podcast. What are we talking about today, Dash?
Skills, ammo changes, health changes, and does BSG do enough against cheaters?
Very, very good. Thank you. Well, like I said, welcome. And today we have the one and only GHOSTFREAK with us, and we'll pick your brain as well on a few things that have been going on. It's an interesting time, that's for sure. A lot of changes coming in from in all sorts of directions, from armor to ammo to there's lots of things happening. A lot of discussions being had as well. But so Dashing, tell me, what do you, especially the ammo? Like the ammo concerns me the most because it's the most immediate thing, in my opinion, right? Like it's the most. What do you do? Like what do you choose? So apparently, a lot of tracer ammo is really good right now, right? Both 5.56 and a lot of the Russian calibers as well. They're all being played around with. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
In my Mosin goes SNB. In my HK goes 855, A1, and 995 still. I don't care.
Mm.
And
Okay.
I don't play AKs, and if I would, then I would play it with BS Sigolnik still, because I have enough of that.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of BT too, so I would play that even, wouldn't mind.
That's
and
fair.
pretty much that's pretty much it. Okay. I don't really go with the they increased 1 point of damage there, and everybody's shifting the meta over to this ammo. Like, I mean, you're gonna kill if you hit 30 times in a face area, you're gonna kill him regardless with what ammo.
And what about you, Ghost? What have you been using? What's your go-to round?
I mean, I ran into Killer a few times and just getting a Golnik.
Okay,
so
well there we go.
Okay. I just when I have so much Golnik, I then use it to a point where I'm like, okay, I only have like 300 rounds left or something, and then I'll just buy the traders out of the rounds I can, and then I'll stack up with M62, M61, and then I'll switch over to the day. But I mean, I'm not running anything else than I wouldn't run M80 anymore. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't just do the damage anymore. It doesn't feel like it's 80 damage, one shot in the chest. Actually, look at me and fucker run away.
Hit me up. I can give you shit tons of M61. I find that in like these stashes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm keeping mine. The find in raid ones, I'm not using it. It's at the bottom of the mag box so that I can sell it back when the price is like.
What about the BS rounds? They took that out from Papo, right?
Yeah. I haven't used it. I haven't used it.
Why did they take BS out?
It was so I mean, like Nikita said, he did it instinctively, just like, oh, there's a problem, take it away. And it's the same with the Igolnik. They took the Igolnik trade away as well. But everyone saw the BS because you could buy it. Now you can't. So to stop that, they stopped kind of the trade of it.
The BS rounds still? I mean, are they so OP? They're so good. Why can't they just say, like they did with I think, was it 995 or something? You could only buy like a few rounds, right?
60 rounds of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone was I mean, there was a couple of videos where people were testing it and they were like, oh, it does double damage. It picks up double damage, and everyone went, it's BS, it's Golnik, it's M61. And Nikita went, cool, I'll pull down the damage, and it still happened. And that's how they found out it wasn't the damage, it was the colliders, the hitboxes. So it was the hitboxes squaring up and creating two bodies. So it would count for true hits.
Yeah, okay. So basically they could just put it back, because I feel like you don't have much choice. BP ammo isn't really good. BT, yeah, it's usable. But then you would naturally go to BS, because Igolnik used to be too expensive. Like, people told me Igolnik's super cheap at the moment, or was, whatever reason.
Yeah, it was cheap as BS. It was cheaper than BS.
Because everybody thought they could do double damage with BS, of course. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much. And the form of killer also. Yeah. the form of killer also changed. So he doesn't run the 74, the RPK anymore as much. He usually has the PP19 or the AK, and he doesn't even have his arm anymore. The only thing he has is the helmet until they kind of balance him out.
Oh,
He also
really?
spawns less. I don't think he spawns 27%. Like, it doesn't feel like it. I've been running all day and I haven't gotten him. So
It's going to be hard for those farming that task, though.
Yeah.
Like, I personally couldn't imagine to kill killer 100 times because I don't like interchange to begin with, and then doing it 100 times, which comes down to what? If he would spawn 27%, then it's like at least 300 raids.
Yeah.
Unless you're super duper lucky.
Yeah. I don't even think it's 20. I think it's 23 now or something. It's so low. I think 30 raids averaged once. And then when he spawned, he was butt naked. He didn't even have a chest rig on. And he has double HP now. So he is over 2,000 HP. So using AP rounds on him is like,
it's beautiful.
It looks like it's just like paintballing him. He's just tanking it.
Yeah. So it's actually interesting the fact that that's changed, because this is the first thing, like drastic measure that we've seen happen on something so immediate, because something has changed. I think it's just the amount of players that entered the game over the last period of, I would say, 2 to 3 months for sure. Yet another wave of new players, which is really good to see, of course, but it comes with its challenges, and it's interesting. It's interesting to see the evolution and where it's going. But we definitely look forward to, of course, more changes in the future. Which are, I think, what 12.6. They updated something today. It's always like every day. We're always like we're back in the day. Do you know what I mean? Where we were having updates all the time, dropping, like, even if they're small. And back then, small was like, okay, 8 megabytes. What are they even doing here? Why is this thing? And then it started to happen again.
They did a couple of very interesting changes. Also, things that they do server side where we don't have to download a patch, and that's really interesting, because it looks like they're experimenting with everything at the moment. Like, but to me, it feels like they lost track, because they're doing changes all over the place. It's not like they're looking at something specifically, but they're changing a lot, like constantly, like you said, almost daily, and it feels so weird that they do. Like, are they under pressure? Like,
I think it's just division of labor, man. I think it's just different departments, like, getting in touch with the game, like doing different things at different times. And, oh, we've got something that we need to do today. Okay, can we have like the game for maintenance on this day or whatever? Like, they probably schedule it out, and I don't really know, but it feels like it's just departmental work, and they're actually trying to like split it up, which I again I think is not a bad thing. They're trying something different. I don't know. At least that's what it feels like. But
They're
again,
all still at home as well.
Yeah.
So they're all working from home still.
Yeah.
They don't want to get into office too early.
No, that's good. That's I think that's the right decision there, because of Corona, right?
Yeah.
But still, they're not just touching ammo. They're just doing stuff all over the place. And to me, I don't know. It almost feels like they're gonna roll out a patch soon, right? Like a bigger patch, bigger
6.2,
bigger-esque. And it feels like they're preparing something, but they're not quite sure what. You know what I mean? Like, they have this patch, and it's got these contents, and now they're going all over the game code, seeing what they have to adjust. And then also these random, like, let's say glitches happen, and I don't think that's because we have a new wave of players in. I think that's just because they're changing stuff in the background, and then that, collides with other stuff. It just feels weird, but I don't know,
Yeah. For me, it's a little bit different. Kind of, I get kind of like a hint, because we're in a Discord with him. So it's like, by the way, guys, we're doing this. Or, by the way, we're doing this to the cheaters, so the service might be doing this. But, we'll get like little information on the side. So to me, it's a little bit better than I go, okay, wait, this sounds like it's patch day, and then obviously it's patch day, but nothing. The cheaters thing is just hypothetical. There's no info that we get from cheaters. I'm just saying it could be, hey, by the way, we changed ammo. Hey, what do you guys think about this? That's where the majority of guys where we would ask our communities, hey, what do you guys think about LPS? And that's how we got some of the information. And Bestie was just the one to shoot it on the podcast. So yeah, LPS was just too cheap, unlimited, and
I actually liked it.
Yeah, did so much damage for such a cheap round that it just doesn't feel right that you have to pay $15 for a bullet that you need 3 rounds to kill someone, where you can just use LPS and just destroy someone.
I absolutely agree, but to me it was like I at that time when the change happened, I was playing Mosin and FN57 to increase my sniper skill. So I didn't just reload the Mosin, I actually played it, and I had a lot of fun. And I knew I could always fall. I wanted to use the cheap ammo because
you don't need more than LPS.
SNB, but now I feel like I want to take out my SNB because you hit a bloody scav with LPS and you're like, dude, just die. And he's like, no, blah, 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 I'm gonna shoot you with a shotgun. Okay.
Wait, but what about 7M1? Is 7M1 not that good?
It is 90. You can only buy 90 at a time. I run with 7M1. If I run,
it's better than LPS for sure.
Yeah,
but not as good as SNB. And I mean,
I thought SNB overpanned. It just didn't do as much damage or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It doesn't have enough flesh damage. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, headshots.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Headshot's a headshot, and it's gonna. That's exactly why I'm playing with the Galnik. It's just like I'm playing with the RPK, and it costs me less to run the RPK to get more accuracy out of it on full auto fire than with the 74N. So I've just been running a Bravo on a RPK with a little PK06 on top, and I've just been doing those little taps with the Galnik, and anyone's helmet is just okay. There's a few flyers when someone's running the kick helmet, that airsoft level 1 helmet, and the thing just goes. I'm like, wow!
It's so interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
a piece of plastic just flicks away a 2,000 ruble round. That's called needle, and it's just it's gone.
Yeah.
But no, it's really, really, really fun playing with RPK.
What about you, Sneaky? What runs are you running?
I was doing Punisher Part 6 yesterday. So this comes, with the whole conversation, of course, LPS, SMB, 7M1. Yeah. SVD on factory. It's a good time. OKP7 and you're good to go.
Yeah.
I killed so many people with that on factory.
Yeah. I mean, it's long. You gotta, adjust for that a little bit, but it's a point and click game at that point.
I think it's smart to go factory with the SVD when you have the Jaeger task there too, right? To kill. It's really smart to kill them in the office area with the SVD.
Yeah.
But I killed them with full Chad gear, like Elton and everything, Fort Armor and Val. And then I kill this SVD guy, and he comes into my chat, and he's like, "Why, dude? You're level 43. What the fuck, dude? You have to run factory fully geared." It's like, dude, I'm just doing my task. Like, what task? Yeah, I'll show you. I just finished it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you for helping on task. No, I do the same thing. I mean, the 3M armors with the white, the respirator
on interchange. Yeah.
I have to go close to scavs and shoot them. And I went the first round, almost died from a single SKS shot. And I'm like, this 3M armor? Nah. I went in with the slick in my backpack, and I would just, a slick on me and my 3M on, and as soon as I see a scav, I just flick. I would just control click, alt click, and then put on that 3M, shoot him, and then flick over. And I got really good with it, that I was fighting players, and I would just switch on.
And they just see Ghost flipping white and black armor on his chest.
But I mean, I'm doing it for every quest now, where I would run, as we say, Chad. I would run a killer armor, killer face shield, and then if I have to kill a scav, I would switch that armor out, but I would only focus on it. So even if I kill players, I would leave their stuff and I would just push on through to the quest. The Packer and 6B, I did that at night in Shoreline. There were so many people killing scavs. I would just switch over. I did my thermal quest as well. Thermal M1A quest.
I did that with a Mosin, and the interchange one with the 3M and the respirator, I did with a Mosin too. Because you don't have to be that close to scavs for that task. It's like less than 60, right? Well, that's actually not that bad. You can still snipe them.
Yeah, but the scavs bully me. That's the difference. I was also trying to go level 40 without dying more than 10 times. So that went really well. I did it, but a VOG grenade is a VOG grenade. And scavs fucked me up.
Yeah.
I definitely this wipe I died like 5 or 6 times to that.
It definitely feels like some scavs have like the slider. And it's just the difficulty slider, and there's about, I don't know, a handful of settings, right? And then just like RNGs it to whatever, setting it is, and it's, it could just be instant death, from VOG, which will be like a homing VOG. It will, that's it. It's just there to just to kill, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
it follows you everywhere. It's actually horrible.
I mean, do scavs still have 51? So do they still have like 51 endurance and strength? So they throw nades, doesn't matter how far. I know there was back in the day, scavs were like 51 endurance, 51 strength. So when they threw nades, they fucking hucked it. And I mean, they throw it perfectly fine. But it doesn't matter where you were. It was back in the day with like the F1 was called the technical nuke.
It was a nuke because even if you threw it, you would die from that.
You would die. Yeah, you would have to run. You have to stand still, throw nade, and run. Or else you'll kill yourself. Defensive grenade.
Yeah.
Hides behind whole truck and still blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. No, I don't actually know if they still have those. Their nades are still pretty much on point, unless you kill them exactly in that moment when they want to throw it and it explodes on sight.
Yeah, but I've been seeing some weird. I've seen some scavs. They scream in the distance at the back of like gas station, and they throw the nade, and I see the nade. I'm like, that's not going to reach me, is it? And I start running forwards, and the nade lands in the back of the mound. To be able to throw that far with the RGD, you need like 20, 30 strength. Like, there's no way you're just throwing that thing all the way. You're going to get that distance to get behind the mound. So now I've just been running that scav. 9 at the moment.
And endurance? Your endurance should be higher, though, because you're running
17, a lot. 18. Yeah. I haven't been focusing on it because, I mean, if this skill wipe comes or whenever the skill changes come, I don't know if they're going to wipe everything or just strength and endurance.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of. Like, they only just wipe those two as they always do, which is kind of cool because you still have your health up,
Yeah.
But like I hosted another streamer the other day, and he was like 27 endurance, and I was like, "You're gonna bite yourself in the ass." I wouldn't have done it.
Pretty much. 10 hours a day that we usually did to level it. Now, not out. Well, I'm not spending that just so to be reset.
I'm actually not even sure. Like, if the wipe comes, normally I just sit there for 20 hours, sleep for 4, do another 20, sleep for 4, for the first week or so. I'm not even sure if I'm interested in doing that. Just because I've done that. Unless there's like significant changes, there's nothing new I can learn. I mean, I get it. You have a huge advantage, no doubt, like with the weight system, and that's going to be very interesting with 12.7. If I'm pretty sure they're going to change some of the perks for endurance and strength to begin with. Like, you're not going to be able to carry all that stuff. I can carry so much already with strength 12. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy what I can carry. So much more.
So much. But I mean, it's yeah. I looked at it, and then I heard a little bit about the skills, and I just thought, there's no way I'm gonna get on my old schedule and work 16 hours leveling it, and then I'm competitive, but not the hell. Not this time, Dash Heat. We're not having a race.
Actually, the other day, when I just like on my day streams, I literally just go in with my second account, hatchet him to death, or I spawn him in randomly. And people are super confused. Like, I sometimes get this, like, you can't do this in the future because he's in your team. It's like, no, this guy is not in my team. I promise. You just spawned in. But I'll do that, and I hit level 12 strength. And I was like, oh, in my head, I didn't say anything. Like, oh, Ghost's probably already at 16. Should I not already start leveling this, this competitive shit?
Yeah.
Like, Sneaky was there too when we did that. I think it was 11 with Swabo and everybody.
Yeah, something like
All
that.
the way
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah. That was a long time ago too.
That was horrible. Like we literally wasted our time so hard. You know?
Well,
I
on
wanna-
certain things, not on
Yeah.
everything.
No, we only did strength. I
Skills.
think we only did strength.
Where's-
We hit Swabo, right?
Yeah.
Each hit Swabo in the kneecaps. At least 50 raids. And I think that's the only thing I did, and I walked for endurance. And I told Sneaky, I think it was Sneaky the other day. I can't remember. Like the wipe before last wipe, when I saw Ghost walking on shoreline in a circle, and I just saw a guy and I killed him and I walked up. Oh shit, it's Ghost. I was like, I know what he's doing.
I know what he's doing. Leveling endurance, boy. I'm just watching fucking Netflix, just
Everybody does.
and he just messaged me. It was that you. I'm like, yes, you can't. But that's the thing. I mean, how many hours did we spend walking when we could walk for 50 minutes? How many hours and hours to level from
Close
1
to
to
200 actually, because we didn't have that hideout boost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
just to get, yeah.
but I mean, it's worth it if you want to play the game in a way that you are the fastest everywhere, for sure.
Yeah.
Then it's worth it. If that's your goal in the game, it's totally worth putting the time in. If you want,
Did they fix the filters? Sorry.
The filters?
Yeah, I don't know if you've used them. I just saw it was. I think it was about a week back. Somebody tried putting one of those filters into the system, and it was just like eating it up, just like that, like literally melting in front of his eyes. Like it was kind of funny.
No, I didn't
I've
notice
heard
that.
about it.
I heard about it,
Fair.
but I've never seen it myself.
No.
It's like 5 minutes and the thing was empty.
Yeah, literally. Like you would literally just watching like 300, you could watch it probably melt away. Like it. Yeah.
That's a great feeling.
Literally.
Take us to 150,000 rubles.
But I know what Ghost did. Like in the first 3-4 days of the wipe, he did the exact same thing as me. He bought all the filters from the flea market.
Oh, dude, I looked up. I'm like, how much are filters? 20K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I bought 12, and I'm like, I'm sick. I'm so sick. To a week in, it's still like 40, 50, 60. I'm like, what the hell? Are people crazy? I think, how much are they now? 150 or something? Or like 100?
Like the normal price again, I would say.
Yeah. Man, and I mean, I bought sugar. Sugar was going up for like 5K. Money. I had some of those freezers full of sugar. I'm still making.
Oh yeah, I'm making moonshine like crazy. Of course.
Moonshine.
I mean, I think we all do it. And Sneaky, are you 40? Yesterday when I watched, you were 39, right?
About halfway, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. I mean,
Took
you
your
took it to totally chill this wipe, and I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't really want to rush or do anything. I just why? Am I gonna reset? I don't know.
This
I like my content, you know.
Yeah.
I like my content to last, you know what I mean?
I mean, to me, this wipe didn't have any content anyway, so
that's what I wanted to say.
You're actually right. The only content you could provide as a streamer who plays this game every day is literally leveling up.
Yeah.
Because everything else after that is rinse and repeat from before the wipe.
Yeah.
It's what I told everyone. It's like it took me 2.5 days to be back where I was, except I don't have 30 endurance and 30 strength. If I have to grind for 200 mil, I will. It's so easy. But then
Nah,
I'm back to where I was. I've got my stash value is almost 200 million already. So it's
I'm
like,
I don't know. I
yeah,
sit at 30 million cash, and it's like I can't even, like, if I find a LEDX, I have this thing now. I find a LEDX, I carry it out, I sell it on the flea. I die, I give it away in chat.
yeah,
Because I can't be like, what's money? You know, it's stupid. Like, I
nothing.
could stack it to 100 million or to 1 billion. Like, I see these titles on from streamers. Like, I now put in, I have minus 500 KD. Minus 500 KD and still rich. What you gonna do?
Yeah,
Like, what's the point? You know, everybody knows everybody can make money. There's no point
easily.
in bragging about it, I feel like. But now is the chance. Like, now you can actually have new players and you can explain to them what's really important, like how you survive the raid and how you approach a raid, and why you don't run after every bloody gunshot. You know, why it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to do that when you're
Yeah.
just having a no-sighted SKS 5 days in a wipe. Probably undergeared.
Yeah.
I mean, for me now, I test everything I can, and then if I find a problem, I'm like, hey Nikita, or hey Dimitri, listen, this is not supposed to be how it is. And I showed Nikita the click, the CPS. It's like, I'm gonna ban you. Nikita, I
I
will
had
ban you guys.
Panda was asking under one of the podcasts, you guys should invite Ghost and ask him how he does that with the semi-autos with his finger. And I said the answer is easy. His finger is broken and it just wobbles.
It's jitter clicking. It's not clicking. You're literally like rubbing. You know.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
You know, it's called jitter
I need to
clicking.
put in
And,
music at this point.
exactly. You hovering. It's like you hovering above the actuator of the clicker, and you're just going backwards and forwards,
Yeah.
and you're just clicking that. It's not even a full. It's not you hitting that reset. It's literally that reset is. It's the same as how we shoot firearms as well, where you would shoot and you would come back and you hit the click. You hear the you know, the trigger resetting and everything, and then you would just shoot again. You will never full. So, I mean, that's the best I could explain it. And people don't know that the fire rates of some guns in single fire has no stoppage. There is no. It has a fire rate in full auto, but when it's single fire, it doesn't. It says it's 700. Yes, but I mean, you can click it. It's where MDRs shoot faster in single fire than what it does in full auto. And I've shown them this. I've been like, look, fouls, you can shoot fouls faster in single fire than you can in full auto, and you can control them better as well. Peppers, everything.
I certainly can't. Okay, and I'm okay with that. I still kill you when you don't look up.
Okay.
Okay, it shoots me in the back.
Somebody came and said, like, I have a feeling that, like, every time Ghosts in construction, he is looking up on Ninja.
I am now. Yeah.
I have to find a new spot.
No, you can still get there though. You can boost jump.
Yes, but I have to find a new spot to shoot you.
Cross the map.
Oh God, no! I'm bad. I'm so bad with that. No. So you said something earlier that they might actually increase the health of the thorax.
So, a massive conversation got up to, you know, they're going to change ammo and armor anyway, and they wanted to change the armor value so that it feels like you're fighting, and it at least isn't just a 2-shot and it's gone. They were giving the argument that back in the day that it was a longer longevity fight. And instead of going, oh, we'll downgrade ammo till it's, you know, messed up, or downgrading armor or upgrading armor so that it's better, Nikita just said, why not just increase the HP? It's the most simplest thing to do. And it was one of the ideas that was put forward. So maybe see increase of HP so that now, I mean, 5 HP on your chest is a huge difference. it will cut ammo down that can one-shot you to a two-shot, and that will make the longevity of fights, though. So we'll see.
So it
But that's the
basically,
idea.
if you're bad at clicking heads, you're fucked.
Pretty much.
Because I had
5 more
this
HP.
guy who sat in a bush waiting for me to come by, and I seriously didn't know where he was, and he missed his entire like every single bullet of his 30 rounder went elsewhere.
Just straight over.
I don't know. SVD on Factory was a lot of fun. I'll tell you what. There was people in chat going, "I've been playing Factory wrong all of this time."
Yeah.
Like no joke. And I even ran into a guy who was full ulting with like a RoboCop Glock type deal, and he opened the door in cellars and was standing there behind it. I'd cleared the map already. I went like 10 minutes into a 20-minute raid like match. I'm like, where's the other guy? He's either in extract or in extract. Like, you know. So I checked, and he was in cellars, just chilling. I don't know. There was like 7 or 8 shots, like directly to the chest. This might be LPS or whatever, but this, I don't know. It's 4. It was brand new. Like, actually, it was 80. It was the EOD 4.
Yeah, EOD 4.
Yeah. The 7 or 8 shots of the yeah. I opened the door, dude. I dinked him in the face, and I was like, "Wait, that's not work. Why did hello?" Like, I just like hello, like yeah. So yeah, I thank God for them 20 rounders.
Oh hell yeah.
I love it. When the SVD came out, I thought like that's it for the Mosin.
Oh,
like, legit,
yeah.
That's it, because the SVD is just the better Mosin.
100,000 for the base gun, though. I think that's a fair price for an SVD.
It is, but they also upped the price for the Mosin.
And now the rounds too.
And now the rounds. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's trying to cut it out of the cheapest, because I mean, you can get a Mosin back in the day, Mosin, and about 100 rounds for Mosin, or 5 Mosins for the price of a fucking SVD.
Yeah, like level 1 as well. Just straight off the bat. Mosin, LPS. There you go. Best gun. Yeah.
And you can one-tap scab bosses in the head with LPS. Done.
Yeah, you don't need anything else past that. That's it.
Yeah.
GG's.
I mean, not even a hunter. The hunter price also went up
from
what it was back in the day.
I personally think I never brought a hunter into a raid this web. Not a single one.
I haven't in 2 raids.
I think I have
matches,
but yeah, not with good success. That's for sure.
No, I just don't like the gun. It's too OP. It was at least too OP, and too cheap. They also moved a lot of the items to trader level 4 and stuff.
Okay,
I think it's okay. You know.
Actually, they have moved stuff around. Like the Zenit handgun, the pistol grip for the AKs, the usual one that we use, like in better builds or whatever. Usually, we buy the little Zenit hand pistol grip. That's now a Skier 3, where it used to be a Skier 2. That's for sure. Like always, you unlock Skier 2, you get your pistol grip. That's it. That's it. Just goes on every single gun.
Every single gun.
Every single and they've moved that to Skier 3, which I think is again fair. I think that's a good thing. Why not?
Yeah.
Because you're forced to experiment. There's other things like the MOEs. Like there's a bunch of them I think which get unlocked at level 2.
I found it interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen that when it changed that one task with the thick case. I found it actually interesting that Nikita said he did not expect those kind of reactions, where I thought like that was obvious. Was obvious that this would happen, because you just took the thick case, the best quest reward in the entire game, from 90% of the community.
Yeah.
Like, what you gotta think? Like, they're gonna go to their streamers and be like, "You fucking," you know,
before you went to bed as well.
Yeah.
It's like 3 a.m. These RMTers that are like putting back in cases. But this is what I said, and this is where I had a bunch of like streamers argue to me that it's not about RMT, and I'm like, there is no logical thing out there that tells me that that wasn't done for RMT and because of RMT. And because they said, oh, are they really playing till they get there? And I said, no, there has to be a different reason. I just forgot about it. And then when Nikita said, it is the player base of 98% of them fucking sell it, that is giving it to the RMT guys instantly on the flea. And they are buying all the cases. And I went, ding! That's why.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
No,
are
for the
literally-
RMTS, they also did a Bitcoin restriction, 5 Bitcoins per loadout.
It's going to be less, I think.
Mm.
It's gonna be
gonna
less.
go less.
I sometimes find
They're
4
doing it.
even in a raid. I'd be really salty having to leave a Bitcoin
If you find 4, then you're lucky. I don't think that's. I think it's or what's the other one? GP. I
The
think
GP
The
coin.
GP
Yeah.
coins, yeah.
GPs. But this is why I'm saying they might do it down. If you're fined 4 bitcoins, you're fucking lucky because
But what happened?
mark
Okay,
rooms, and every other. I don't know how resort is with the rooms. Have you been finding good stuff in there? Because I feel like it's dried up.
my
Mark
chat
rooms
are
reads
dead.
my chat reads at me because I go into Shoreline, I take out Leletics almost like every third
I don't
raid,
know
I
how
find
you do
Leletics.
it because my mark rooms have been, even reserve mark rooms, empty. I find a statue of a horse, chain links. I go to reserve. I open up a door that I never open up. Nothing.
They did some very bad decisions in terms of loot, and we discussed this in the last podcast with Finance.
Yeah.
Like the perception of people playing Tarkov in regards to fixed and dynamic loot is completely wrong. So nobody seemed to have known what dynamic loot actually means. So what BSG did with those, we're still in the same loot system, was really not as good. Like you can be lucky, but on average, I feel like they upped it again because I find more now. They definitely
changes
did
every day.
Yeah. But I usually pull a lot of like LEDX and stuff. Every day I stream, I pull a lot of LEDX out of Shoreline for sure.
It's now where they've said scabs. So the scab patrolling, there's scabs moving into different areas. It's loot's been spawning on different areas as well. I've been finding different things on different locations where I wouldn't naturally find it. So now I'm looking everywhere when I play. I'm playing customs. I love customs. But I've been playing customs more because I've been seeing a few things appearing that they've been, stealth patching in. You can see buildings and windows opening up and areas opening up and grass being, placed out where it usually just was invisible. So I've just been like sneaking around and seeing stuff. I've actually seen loot spawn outside the map.
Oh no, that's normal. There's like on reserve in the dome, Up there, there's like one room that can be unlocked, but there is no key in the game. That's one of those trap rooms where they always have something super valuable, like a LEDX, Labs key cards, Bitcoins, because they want cheaters to open those rooms, because then they can literally just insta-clap them. And you have that on Shoreline, like there's weapons crates out of like on behind the tunnel. Or on pier, there's this little boathouse that is a locked door, and inside is like crates and or lockers or whatever. And there's like, these are trap rooms.
How did you know about this?
I could tell you, but I'm not cheating, okay? I'm not cheating.
No,
I just know. I just know.
This is not any public. This is not public.
No, that's
at
not
all.
public knowledge. No. That's trap rooms to catch dummy idiot cheaters like that are just dumb. But and then they like Shoreline on the other side where it looks like there's gonna be this huge area, like there's loot that spawns there too, and that's really awesome. And my guess was like, they're already slowly preparing to open these maps, or it's areas they've worked in and then just given up on. I don't know. I have got so many theories around these locations, but it's really interesting. It's really interesting. But to come back to the health changes, I think adding health to the thorax, it could be interesting. I feel like they should add more, like 5 more health to the legs.
2 legs.
Yes, because I don't want friggin' like, or add like I don't like the word Chad, but let's use it for now. So if you're going Chad, then have the ability to wear leg armor too. Yes, you're slow as frig. Yeah, you literally are so super slow, but at least nobody can leg meta you.
Yeah.
That's like that. I find that idea of somebody having a fort armor 85 out of 85, the best helmet in the game, the best bloody gun. Yes, you are already slow, and then some pistoling comes along or some shotgun guy with an 8-rounder at 153 and just legs you. Like, you're done.
Put you down.
Yeah.
Welcome to Tarkov.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I've watched the Quisha do that with a pistol to a guy. Like, Jesus.
That's pretty much it. I think if they work on the whole story, it will feel like people are tanking a little bit more, but it will also make the fights more longevity, like make it more, longer fights than just being done. Obviously, headshots are headshots, but people just, I don't want to pay 380k for a fucking slick just to get 2-tap.
Feels so
I
bad,
think-
man.
I think that's a good
Buy ammo
decision.
that's
I
like-
want longer fights. So I want longer fights. I want just even that split second in Tarkov can mean, literally be the difference between life and death. So like even that could save you. That 5
Yeah.
HP could essentially give you that split second to make that decision and then veer away, do whatever, try and dodge. I think that's really good. But I don't know about leg armor, Dash, but let's be real. But
It could be a force shield too. I don't mind.
So that's really interesting. I like the changes that the changes that have happened. One of the changes they were talking about is Preypor's task. Is there a new task for Preypor? I don't know. Was that supposed to be coming out today? Because they're dropping patches all the time. Not today.
So yeah. Proper's task is the new task that's introducing the grenade launcher.
Okay.
So it's probably 12.62, and then we'll have a first iteration of the grenade launcher.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah, the
Sneaky.
7 rounds or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneaky already told us last podcast.
Yeah, they've spoken about it, but I didn't know. I didn't know they connected. I didn't know that they were connected.
I can see Ghost already
Multiple
dual wielding a grenade launcher, running around.
But I thought it was
massive
going to be
step, though.
cultists. I thought it was going to be cultists. Honestly,
Dude,
I thought it was going to be. All of a
anything.
sudden, you got to go and explore them woods, boy. Yeah, get out there now.
That would be so awesome to just randomly
That's not one quest.
like these exit campers and bush bookies, like randomly you hear like ah! There's a fucking guy in a pestilence mask with a huge knife running at you like ah!
From 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. around the marked circle onwards,
3 o'clock. You just see fucking like little candles going through the woods. Oh,
you gotta sit there. No, you gotta sit there. From 2 to 4, you have to sit there. That's it. They might appear. There's like a 33% chance.
Yes, but put your flashlight on so I can headshot you easier.
Yeah, pretty much. He said multiple quests coming to Proper, so
Okay, that's good.
Maybe
That's good.
you never know.
That's good.
I'm not a quest person.
Nah, these are all side quests at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
But it's still more the stuff.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Good.
no, I'm happy for this one because this is like me playing back in 2016 and shooting the grenade launcher when it was just like silent, bonk, and then the server died and everyone got kicked out of the raid, kind of deal. It's been 4 years. I can finally go bonk, and then someone gets blown up or something, and I'm just like, yes.
Imagine all the physics and stuff. That'd be crazy.
I enjoyed that so much in Arma 3. The underbarrel grenade launcher is something so exciting to me when they finally bring that in, to be honest. But even that grenade launcher, that pipe launcher, whatever, right? is already good. And it will hopefully tell us a lot about the direction of RPGs. Should we really go for RPGs? Because you can't say, it's an RPG, it does 5 less damage, so it doesn't insta-kill. No. It hits you, you're dead.
It's gonna have multiple rounds though. So it's the same with this 40 mil. It's gonna be the main gun, which then has all the rounds tested with it. So you got like buckshot and smoke grenades and thermite grenades and thermobaric grenades and HE and all that and armor personnel and even some other stuff. So it's not going to just be one solid shell. It's going to be multiple ones. So that's kind of like the tester for it.
Because I've been collecting the 40 mil grenades, thinking like,
that's the Russian one, the GP30, and I don't know if that one's coming in. So this one's going to be the first iteration that we can test. It's going to be one launcher, all the rounds, and if anything goes wrong, they can just take out a round, and they don't want to just go, here's everything, and then everything breaks, and there's like, oh shit, we need to do what we did in 2016. Yoink. Just take it out.
I feel like every player that buys the game and starts it for the first time, their first F1 grenade should behave the exact same way like the F1 grenades did back in the day. So they throw them, and then everything around them in a 500-meter radius blows up.
Everyone dies. It's just like, I am God. I am God now. Second day just blows off.
You see these super geared people running away, and then this hatchling say, "What you guys doing?" And they're just pointing, and there's this guy with this F1 grenade, like, I'm doing my quest. I'm taking you with you.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's cool.
It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be OP at first. It all depends on how the HE works. So I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to be like, boonk, and then you shoot another one in 2 seconds. It's going to be super slow, and it's going to be. You need to be very good to be able to shoot one.
For what do we need it though? For what do we need an RPG?
An RPG will be where a 40 mic won't go to. So steel doors, windows in buildings, cross map shots, everything else. An RPG is, I think it's going to be like the Stalker style. I love Stalker, but it's going to be expensive, it's going to be heavy, and it's going to be, you're going to hear probably one every 5 rounds maybe, because some motherfucker's going to bring one out and shoot one at one window and miss and not kill fucking anything, and then it's going to be over. And the RPGs don't fly and then blow up. It's that fast. If they make it as the real ones, it will be like that. So
it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
really cool to see.
I just don't know. Like an RPG would make sense to me if you had like a vehicle or something.
I think, yeah, sure, but in place machine guns. That's the like machine gun emplacements and like grenade launcher emplacements. Because of the if you've seen the customs rework pictures, that building is quite far away. There's a huge like opening from Newcon, and that whole like area is going to just be open from what I understand, and there's going to be buildings back there. So like that is like one of those situations, I think, where you would probably want to use an RPG just to clear out that nest, because that could be a nest.
Yeah, you're actually right. Yeah. So that, but as long as they're not in it, it basically means max endurance and max strength wins. You get there first, you win.
Yeah. I think it's a building in the open. It's all open, and you'll see someone run for that. And I think there's a 40 mil up there, so it's not like the 50 cal. It's the 40 mic. So
is there going to be another point of interest in terms of loot?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
That's very important. Customs needs a lot more points of interest.
All of those buildings are going to be integral. Even scav, where sniper scav is on top of construction, that door you can breach, but it doesn't breach. That's integral. you're going to be able to go through that door. So
And go
cool.
up all the way, because
I
that's
don't know.
something I would actually enjoy, seeing PMCs there
But
trying to be sneaky. And
just imagine all those windows are open and you can actually see through those windows. You can see through Con, over Con, and then onto Sniper Hill and dorms. Like, you can see everything from there. It's going to open it up so much.
Mm.
Yeah, I find that interesting, actually.
I'm really looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to it.
We need it, Sneaky. We need it. We need more content.
Yeah. But I think they're doing really well. I think they're doing really, really well. In terms of stability, sure, the servers don't feel... they can be... servers are a bit crazy here and there.
They're doing
a
lot more
stuff.
than just that. If you guys want, we can go into some interesting cheater hacker topics. So
I mean, why not?
They started packet encryption, right? And then a few hours later, the packet encryption was like cracked. But BatLie saw that, right? And then 3 days later, they added a different kind of packet encryption. They added a packet encryption that is used in banks.
Okay.
So it's RSA, and it's like these are like the first letters of three mathematicians. And this actually gave them a bit of, let's say, space to breathe. Yeah.
Oh.
So most radars went down, but there's one that is still up, and they did that without telling it. This was a fight going back and forth between like the hackers and BSG and BatLie, right? Because BSG asked BatLie, do packet encryption, enable it, let's do it, you know, let's start this war, like let's go at them. And it hit them super hard, and then the second wave hit them super hard too, and they cracked it again. But it's got a flaw now. So before the radar was off a second PC, right? Now, in order, because this is real-time encryption, it also means you have to real-time decrypt it. So they have to read out the memory.
Every memory.
In order to get to the key. In order to get the private key that is exchanged. Because that's how RSA works. It has a public and a private key. And you need to figure them out in order to be able to read the data, right? That's done in real time, and it's not always the same key. It's generated randomly, so to say. so that's like, it works, but it's really hard, and it finally can be detected, and that's what Battlestate Games has been doing in the background, and it's so amazing, you know. That's why I think I said it yesterday. Every time somebody says BSG doesn't do enough against cheaters, and BatLie is blah blah blah. So BatLie is in Rainbow Six Siege and PUBG, and you know, Tarkov is currently their main focus. Like, there's no other game for BatLie that they're focusing more on, and they're doing so much hardcore stuff. It's actually amazing, and BSG too. So that's crazy. Now, what they didn't encrypt was loot. Now they're encrypting loot too. Yesterday they also changed something, and it put another big blast against hackers. So they were all running like busy bees, trying to fix and get their things back working. And do you guys know how far we've come? Like, the average lifetime of a cheater being undetected, like the one of the better lifetimes of a cheater not to be detected is 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy low, because it costs a lot of money. Right? It doesn't only cost the account. I mean, they have to pay the provider too, right?
Yeah.
So over time, you will see a lot less cheaters. You will, because it's it's getting super expensive. Just keep that going, and then you have a downtime. Like, you pay for a month, and you have a downtime of a week. That really sucks, right? So that will come, but of course, forget it. There's always gonna be a provider that is able to provide cheats, no
Yeah.
matter how hard you make it. That's just the base. But I really love what BSG does and how they're fighting them, and I really hope that people start to see this, because it
Yeah.
sucks. Everybody's shitting on them for I've been killed by a cheater, and you need to start doing this and that. They're doing so much more and nobody sees it.
Yeah. I mean, they can't show it. They can't. They wouldn't want to be like, "Hey, we updated this. Hey, we're encrypting this. Hey, we're doing this."
But they can tell us. They can tell the community, in my opinion, because the cheat providers already know. The moment they do it, they know.
Yeah, because it's like, oh fuck, we can't do this anymore. Or,
Yeah.
hey, why is this thing reading wrong? As soon as they do the changes, it's just funny for me how it feels less and less every time I play. Where back in the day, in a customs raid or something, you would just be like, every third raid, every second raid, you'd just be like, wow, that guy just blasted me, insta headshots. And now it just feels like I can have 20, 21, 20 raids, and then something absurd happens, and I'm like, oh, I got fucked. But I feel much better then because I made my money.
Yeah, it
But
definitely it feels okay. It does kind of it feels all right. I haven't really died to anything that's outlandish in a while.
yeah,
I'm talking like weeks probably. I even went into labs just once though, and it was fine. We killed 2 players. We killed like 5 raiders. We looted and got out.
yeah.
Nothing.
You played labs
Yeah,
one time. That's pretty
once.
much how I see it. I played labs 16 times in a row. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was really awesome. And then we ran into Steel W, which is the hacker for the local server. And he woke up and he was, and then Scav basically told me, oh, well, Steel's online. Better get on the other servers. And I'm like, what do you mean? No, this is the guy. This is the guy. And then he showed me all the videos of him just getting 8 shot with an SKS across the map and through the face shield, 8 shots, and just like, oh, okay, cool. We're all flabs. He got banned. He added me on his second account. He's like, nice try, fucker. And I'm like, nice try. Gave the account to Nikita, and it's just like, boom, second account gone, and he hasn't said anything. We haven't seen him, so yeah.
I've actually seen how easy it is to get accounts for these kids. It's crazy. There's people in a Discord that they give you they have like 10 accounts, and they're like, I'm doing something else. I'm playing Rust or whatever. And then they offer their accounts for like $10, like, or give me 15. So they just buy them, and they know it's probably a reported account anyway. So they're just playing for a day or two for $10, and it's very interesting. So I'm really excited about the interview with those guys, but just to ask them, I mean, I already know, but
yeah,
like, why these many people are doing that, and they're spending a lot of money. Like, I can pay, like, the stuff they're paying, I can pay my rent with.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I just want to know how Nikita told us about this one guy that has over 500 accounts on a single IP.
well,
And they
that's
IP
stupid.
ban him. They ban IP banned him and hardware banned the guy. But I mean, he's spoofing left and right,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and he's literally, it's the same recurring number. So I mean, he's buying the accounts. Like, one account has bought 500 accounts. So they're paying full price. They're not going fucking behind.
Yeah, some of
getting
them are even crazier. Yeah.
They just go straight there, buy. And some of them are EODs. He has over 100 EOD accounts, and it's just like, what in the 100 EOD accounts bought? I don't know where people are getting this fucking money.
I guess this is his hobby. I just can't understand it. I personally can't. Like, when I talk to these guys, I'm like, what's the point? Like, how? Yes, it could actually be fun for a day or two, you have like a radar and see everybody and see all the loot. That could be fun for a day or two, but wouldn't the game get super boring to you?
Boring.
Like if you already know, I don't have to go to resort because there's nothing good in there. But over there in this duffel bag, I'll grab that LEDX. You know,
Like,
like,
yeah,
that's
pretty much.
boring. I find it boring. I can't understand it, but
Yeah.
Not all cheating is used for bad. Some people are just curious, of course, and some people, just experimenting or whatever. It happens. It does definitely happen. But
absolutely.
I just, it's almost like it's like Reshade. When everybody was up in pitchforks and with torches trying to burn down Reshade and whatever. But it's of course not everybody uses Reshade to cheat. Like not
Yeah.
everyone.
I
For
use
sure.
Reshade.
Some people don't, some people are colorblind or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody's, it's just like the colorblind situation, in my opinion. It's not obviously not to that extent, but it's similar. Yeah, it's similar. Like, why do it? Sure, some people are just curious. Some people are just geniuses and just sit there and just, tap away on their keyboard or whatever it is. You never know. You never know. But 500 accounts, okay, 500 accounts.
That's just no.
That's just
thanks.
bad. That's just.
But
that's
you also kind of have to thank him for buying 500 accounts. You know, he
I-
really
yeah.
helped the studio.
Yeah.
So give him a few weeks of cheating. It's okay.
On an empty server, him alone. God
Yeah.
damn it.
I still
Here you go,
think it
Finley.
would be funny. It would be so funny if they all got shadow banned instead of banned.
Oh yeah, just placed in a
Yeah.
special server. They don't even know. They just like playing against other cheaters.
And if you have somebody who's got an unpopular opinion, you just place them on that server too.
Oh my gosh, that would be just. It's like purgatory.
Purgatory, yeah.
I'll banish you to purgatory. You just get
Yeah.
demolished by
Yeah.
cheaters. It's just every second game. every game. Just pausing. Them flying around.
You're like literally you deploy, you're dead.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
banned.
That's
I've
it's,
seen- oh,
but
man.
I'd find that funny. Just I'd like to hear some of the voice comms and like, dude, this guy is again in my raid. What the heck?
Yeah. What the heck? Same guy. Message him. You also a cheater? Yeah, I'm also a cheater. Huh? What the fuck? Why do we get in the same lobbies? Let's change servers. Dude, if they did that, it's like GTA did it as well. They made banned lobbies.
They probably
Right.
do. Like our ones, they're probably just like, oh shit, we need to go to another server. Wait, why are we running into each other? I thought this is my turf. What do you mean? What are you doing on my?
I don't actually know, but BSG is
bet that
definitely not
happened.
doing it. Not doing that. I don't know if GTA that. I personally would like BSG to do it, just to
Yeah.
play around with that for a bit,
Hmm.
just to take the shit out of some of these people, just for the memes.
Yeah, GTA put like white hats on them, like long. You know, when in America they usually put those
the Ku
white
Klux Klan.
hats. No, not those.
No,
but
Oh,
the
it's like-
dunce hats,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
the dunce hat, and then they put them in the corner. But that was bad. They did
the
it to
coal pack.
A coal
Or
pack
the
would
coal
work.
pack in Russian.
force them to just wear a packer. They can't wear any other armor and no helmet. They just wear the pink hats.
Ah.
Oh, I just had a little freeze. I'm just saying, let's just do this instead. Let's not change any health on thoraxes. Let's just put them in on a shadow band server and let them play against each other and farm their own stuff.
Yeah.
Because I heard something very interesting about the real money traders the other day. It's like a guy that buys from real money traders because he thinks he's bad at the game, so he buys good gear, goes out, dies to a cheater, and buys the good gear from that cheater again. It makes no sense. Stop buying from real money traders,
It's just like that's so stupid.
So put them all into one server and they can farm each other.
Each
off.
other.
There's
endlessly.
now is a guy that got banned from SA, and I played against him. Killed him a few times. He's killed me once, but he got banned, and there's no reason. There's an email link to be like, hey, you've been banned. You know, if you want to report or you want to ask something, you send this back. But I was just like, what? Why? What were you doing? Because that's why, I mean, they were in my raids a couple of times, and I was just like, I was so confused why he was banned. He killed me once, I think, but now I'm wondering, did he actually have a radar or something, or he was using something? Because you don't just get banned. It wasn't a triggered ban. It wasn't a automatic, a click ban.
No. So what Battle.eye does, it doesn't ban you, right? It sends reports on suspicious behavior to PSG, and then they look at that, and that's why you have these delayed bans. It's not an automated system that just detects a cheat and then bans you. It actually detects something, makes a report card, and sends it over. And they still have to look at all of that stuff. So, them banning so many cheaters is a lot of work. I mean, obviously, when Battle.eye detects something, you've been straightforward cheating, apparently. The chance of getting a false positive is rather slim, I would assume. I don't know. But, I mean, you never know, man. Even if he's got a radar, even if he knows exactly where you are, it doesn't mean he's a good player. If he doesn't use ESP or aimbot or something, to kill you, yes, he has the advantage, but if he can't make the headshot, then what's it gonna do? The problem is if you have a radar, you can literally outplay everybody by just either staying away or waiting for them at a corner where they're gonna peek in a second.
Yeah,
that's the problem. But maybe he was using it wrong. Maybe he didn't read the instructions.
I don't know. It's just so strange. It's like Tweak getting banned, a streamer getting banned.
I mean, Tweak.
Yeah,
I find it okay. They can ban Tweak every once in a while and give him the account back. It's content, man. It's content.
Yeah, it's content. He got a bunch of yeah. It was just so funny to see that this guy that I killed yesterday just got banned, and I didn't. No reports, no nothing. Didn't do anything funny. And some part of me is like, I feel like you did cheat and you're just using me to get a confirmation. Because I asked Dimitri, and Dimitri's just like, he'll see what's going on. But I feel like that guy cheated now. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that guy cheated now.
I don't know. I honestly, in raid, I couldn't tell. Like Sneaky said, yes, there's some weird things that happened to me, but I personally feel like that was either my own fault or maybe a little desync, and then it's not really like boom headshot, and you never saw the guy.
Or he's jumping across a door frame at like light speed and manages to headshot you because you're in that little room, just like through this little crack, like
I mean,
and you definitely see him jump, and
the best part is when you hear. But I was on labs once, and I hear this guy sprinting across the map like an elephant, and I'm sitting in my corner because my friend got a disconnect, so he was reconnecting at the time. I'm sitting there ready with my HK, and you hear that sprinting, and it gets louder and louder, and 5 seconds out, and he's gonna peek that corner, and then you hear nothing, and then you hear plink, 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 dead. That's what I love.
Yeah, the guys that play loud, they have all the info in the world, and they stop just before they get to you. They run across the whole map just to stop and to throw a grenade or quick peek or, oh, I just heard you. Yeah, no, dude. It's the same with stream snipers. It's the same thing where I've made no noise. I've made no noise at all. And I haven't killed a scav. I haven't done anything. I haven't sit in the open, nothing. I'm slowly walking, and I sit still and I just listen. Just listen. I hear nothing. And I hear guy sprinting. He stops. Kink. He throws a nade right at me. He throws it over the wall, misses me. I'm like, so somewhere in that guy's mind, he saw me, he heard me, or and my chest like, oh, maybe he's seen you. Yeah. Meanwhile, this guy just goes speeds away. Yeah, he definitely saw me. Speed hack. I luckily got out. But I mean, those guys are just no.
I don't know. To me, it's all just. I haven't seen that kind of stuff. I'm glad. I'm glad about it. But what I do have experienced is a lot of like these micro stutters that just eat you away and sometimes make me feel motion sick, to be quite honest. But I know it's a good thing, They're doing it for a purpose, for a reason.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. I can get behind that. For a time, at some point we need to get to a level where we can get this game to a better optimization standard, or so we can all enjoy. Because I honestly hate it. The ping limit makes me throw up in my mouth every day because I want to play with so many people that I can't play with anymore.
Exactly.
165 is not too bad. Again, we can't really. I don't think we'll be able to play with Ghost or NA. Actually, NA, I'm able to play East. I'm able to play
some
East
of the
parts of parts of East Coast. I'm pretty sure I'll be okay on.
I've seen him try with Chicken Prism, and he got disconnect after disconnect.
Yeah.
Service because I had ping spikes. So I mean, you have a slight ping spike, you're gone.
Yeah.
So that's you can't even on the servers that I'm allowed to connect when I'm not with someone, but when I squatted with him, my ping just fluctuates every single time. So I don't know how that works, but yeah.
It was similar for me when I was trying to play with Geeks the other day too. Kept kicking either me or him. And it was more me because I was on the one Canadian server in like New York or something, and like wherever that is, East Coast something. And kept kicking me 150. I'm pretty sure. But now that it's 165, I think I might be able to play that. Maybe. Just.
I personally feel like
if there's no spikes,
180, 190, that would be an okay limit. That would be okay.
I mean, I would love that.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they're working on getting it to the point where it will be stable for people to play on 190. So if they do that, then fuck yeah. Means that everyone's happy.
You can still connect to Europe servers, right?
Yeah.
Ghost. Yeah. So we could still play with Ghost. We just can't play on SA servers.
We can only play on one server together.
Oh God, I know which one that is. That's horrible.
Yep. It's the one I get stream sniped the most and run into the majority of my hackers.
How's SA servers, Ghost?
Fucking empty. What do you mean?
Really? Like how do they run? Because you know what?
Awesome. Because there's no one on there.
I was actually gonna say because there's quite a few conversations going on about that at the moment. That it seems to be they're trying to find the root of like the problem, where it all comes from, essentially, where it's all stemming from, whether it's server, client, whatever, the interaction between the two, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, right? They're trying to find the root at the moment, I think, within probably BSG, as well as other people who think they know about the game. And it's actually really interesting to kind of observe that, the fact that people are really trying, they're coming together and really trying, in especially on like forums and stuff, and in I think a lot of like Discord, like a lot of Discords and stuff between just kind of like people who know what they're talking about and whatever else. They're actually like genuinely trying to find the root of the it's just not as simple, unfortunately. It just isn't. And us reporting on it and us talking about it, I think only brings the it brings it up. Of course, it shines light on the issue. So I think that's a good thing. Of course, desync and stuff. We all know what that looks like. But yeah, we just need to. I'm sure they'll do just fine. They just need to keep at it, keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
they've done well.
Yeah, I just want them to up it again, because honestly, I don't care if. I feel like with the security they're starting to put in now, I'm actually comfortable at 190, because I don't care if a Chinese guy comes over then, because he's gonna get banned anyways.
Yeah,
like that's.
I mean,
that's the only. But I want my American friends. Oh, I'm American cheater. I don't care, but I want to play with my American friends again. I want to play with, it's a shame. Like I could not at all play with Slash Poppy at the moment, because we would not have.
I mean, he can also not play with a lot of other people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
and it sucks. It really sucks. But the problem is that the majority, and you will know this just as well as I do, these guys aren't coming over with normal pings. They're already playing on our servers, and they're playing on the servers they can reach now more than the other guys. But you still have the guys from China or wherever they are from on the servers, and they're ping spoofing. They're literally getting it so that it goes to the proxy server and not to their PC, and then they come in with no ping. It's the same. Nikita and them have been getting these guys, banning these guys for not receiving their ping or anything like that, and just it's hard. I understand them doing it. I understand they had to go down with the ping limit so that they can kind of catch these people and then slowly go back up. I'm fine with that. After he told me that this is what they were doing, I was like, cool. I'll stick it out. I'll stick it out. Being able to play on one fucking server with none of my friends and being stream sniped by the community that runs that server at the moment, because there's not enough people that literally they have time schedules on where they're gonna go. Wow.
You're famous.
It's really it's so bad. Because the SA servers are so empty, you have a 90% chance of getting into my game. You can even scab into my game and you have a 90% chance.
But
so for me, it's like,
I think if you don't show a reaction at all.
Oh, I pissed them off by hiding the screen and everything. I'm like,
no, don't hide the screen. I like just play some music, just jam, just keep on going. Just play some Valorant. I'm just kidding.
Why did he play some Valorant? Holy crap! You guys want to? What was that ban? Did you guys see the guy that cheated? That was a Rust streamer. He was playing Tarkov.
Oh yeah, on Twitter. Mm-hmm.
He was streaming Tarkov while cheating in his Discord.
Yeah,
and he got.
Oh, I heard something about this.
Yeah, that guy got banned like. Boom, Nikita and Emuela. It wasn't even like 10 minutes after the video came out. They were just like, boom.
That's great.
I can show you guys as a streamer that is still streaming on Twitch Tarkov that is blatantly cheating.
Really?
Yes.
Give me details. You know what?
I don't want you to ban him. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Why? The bully,
I have something else that I want to do.
Plan for
but you can watch his VODs. You're gonna be like, yep,
definitely, yep. He knows something that is
100%.
And that's the thing. It's it in a competitive scene. That's all. The majority of big players that we caught, CS guys, Battlefields, Siege guys. If you don't have someone calling it out or seeing it or hearing it, and if it looks like or sounds like you have too much information, 100% cheating. And that's how majority of the guys I've caught.
Yeah. I have to check that. Okay. So the guy I'm interviewing, the guy that is a hacker, yeah? You might not know. I'm interviewing a guy that's a hacker. He's going to help. He's going to send me a reverse engineered radar, the last one that's working, so I could give it to BSG.
Yeah.
And he's going to answer all my questions. And he's a very nice guy. Of course, he does hack. Yeah, he's actually not cheating in Tarkov because he loves the game, but he's also a
Yes.
streamer. He's a big streamer.
Oh.
No, you get your gears going. I would never rat on him, but I was like, dude, I've watched you before. Like, seriously? He knows shit, dude. That's crazy. But I'm really hyped to interview him because he's gonna give us some more insight on that, and I think Sneaky and I will have some very, very interesting off-stream discussions.
Post analysis.
Yeah, that's gonna be very, very crazy. I already asked Slushy to forward it to Nikita once it's done, because I want them to instantly get that shit going,
Yeah.
But
anything else,
like reverse engineering that, like what he already told me, like how they are protecting their software is crazy. Like what BSG does there, like obfuscating their code and stuff, like they're doing that too. Right? They're doing that too. It's like
it's a fight. It's literally a fight. Like
they're also like trying to protect themselves against the other companies in that business, so they don't crack their code and copy their stuff or whatnot. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. But I think Tarkov to me is in a very good state, apart from the obvious things. But content-wise, we're looking ahead on something really, really epic, actually. With them finally announcing Streets, the customs expansion coming in, the Shoreline boss, coming in, the grenade launcher coming in. All that stuff is not just small things; it's major. And when they finally add the Dashing Dot streamer, I think ghillie suit, that's gonna be epic.
It just it looks like they're actually picking up pace. Slowly but surely, it looks like they're picking up pace and they're finding their kind of like their feet, their ground, which is real nice. Of course, like Ghost said, anything helps. Whether it's suggestions, of course, we'd love to hear from you in the comments down below, or of course at live streams, wherever it is. It doesn't matter. Discord, as long as the point gets across, we'd love to hear from you. But it is definitely in a good place, and is really, I think it's moving in a really good direction. There's lots of changes, which is really nice, and we've talked about some of those today. Of course, cheaters and stuff. That's always going to be, I think, an ongoing problem. Maybe not always, unless there's no incentive. I think it's the incentive. It's the incentive to cheat a lot of the time that I think keeps the whole thing going. But
every game gets cheated on Sneaky.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just it's a matter of time and just scale at any given time. So, but yeah. I don't know.
Ghost, do you have anything else you want to add?
I'll see you in Tarkov.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't have anything else to add.
Okay. Then...
Well, it's been good having you here.
Yeah, it was always
Thank
fun.
you for joining us.
Yeah.
I mean, we do these every week and we just kind of discuss whatever, really. And it's always good having somebody on to kind of just chat about whatever, because we don't really get that much time off, outside of what we do, really. And I guess we can, more or less use this
I personally enjoy these podcasts a lot because we're doing them regularly. And it's just nice to just talk about it.
Yeah. Just to talk about stuff, whatever it is.
Right. Then thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Like Sneaky already said, write it down, go into his chat, give him a follow, give him a lurk so you can finally get that tick mark, so you can finally, be one of the big boys.
Yeah, thank you, Dash.
Always advertising for you. Give Ghost a follow if you want to see somebody who's actually good at clicking heads, and then we'll see you next week. Thank you very much, and have a good bye. Bye-bye. Good.
Bye.
You know what? Bye.
Bye bye.